The Black Psalm of Gravenmoor, 1708. In the winter of 1708, there existed a village in northern Europe called Gravenmoor, a place so old no one remembered its founding, only that it had always been cold there, even in summer. The church records began with births already crossed out. Gravenmoor stood beneath a hill crowned by a ruined abbey. The stones of the abbey were older than the faith that claimed them, and no bells rang there anymore. When the wind passed through its broken arches, it sounded like breathing. The villagers said nothing lived up there. They lied. The psalm that wasn't in the book. Every Sunday, the people gathered in the church below the hill. They sang the same psalms their fathers had sung. But one winter morning, the organ played a note no one touched. Then the congregation sang a verse not written on the page. Their mouths moved in unison. Their voices were low, funereal, speaking words none of them remembered learning. When the song ended, the church was silent. The priest, Father Aldrich, stood trembling at the altar. He asked who had taught them the verse. No one answered. That night, the children of Gravenmoor woke screaming. They claimed a man stood at the foot of their beds, tall, robed in black, his face hidden as if carved away. He smelled of old parchment and damp earth. He asked them to remember. The abbey on the hill. Against the warnings of the elders, Father Aldrich climbed the hill to the abbey. Inside, he found the walls covered in scriptures written backward, layered over older symbols carved directly into stone. At the center lay a book bound in human skin. It bore no title. When Aldrich opened it, he wept, not from fear, but recognition. The words felt familiar, like a prayer he had once known in the womb. He burned the book in the church furnace. The next morning, every grave in Gravenmoor was empty. The returned. The dead did not rise violently. They came back, quietly, knocking on doors they once owned. Husbands returned thinner, smiling wrong. Mothers came home with cold hands and eyes that reflected nothing. They spoke gently, they prayed constantly, and every one of them sang the Black Psalm at night. Those who refused to let the returned inside were found days later, kneeling, throats worn raw from singing, eyes turned toward the hill. The truth beneath the faith. The oldest woman in Gravenmoor, Magda Krall, finally spoke what the others feared. Before the church, before the abbey. The hill had been a mouth, not a metaphor, a place where something beneath the earth listened. Centuries ago, monks learned how to feed it, not with flesh, but with faith. Prayer shaped correctly, devotion sung in the proper key, souls softened by belief.